Pentart 3D glue paste is a thick paste that when applied through a stencil, after it's dried, it stays 3D. After about an hour, it goes from turning white to clear. You know it's ready, and you can then apply all kinds of products, from decor foils, metal leaf, colored flakes, metal flakes. You can even use art mica and metal pigments, as well as velvet powders. This adds a really pretty effect to your project because it stays 3D. And the pen is the same product, but it has a finer tip. So you can draw, you can write letters, you can trace a stamp. After applying the stamp, you can trace it, and when it's dry, apply one of these products so it's raised, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Here I've prepared a little wooden egg. This is AB Studios wood egg you can use to decorate, and I'm going to take a snip art stencil, and I'm going to use the 3D glue paste through the stencil, and you'll be able to see how it starts out white, and then I'll show you on a piece that's finished here, that's already dried, what it looks like. So you just take your paste and run it through your stencil. Now when it's finished drying, it stays sticky. You want to make sure after you use the stencil and your palette knife, you wipe them clean, or they will be sticky. And lift it up, and we have the design. All right, so you can see how it starts out white, and then I've already finished this, and this is dried for about an hour. Depends on the thickness of the product, but give it at least an hour. Don't use the dryer on it, just let it dry naturally. And you can see how it's shiny. You can see the print easily, but it's clear. Okay, I'm going to show you how to work with the decor foils on the 3D glue paste. You just take the sheet out. These are not as flimsy and fly away as metal leaf. And you put the shiny side up, and you want to press it down firmly. You can use your fingers, but I like to use either a brayer or one of these. These have a soft edge to them. You can press down much more firmly on this. So you're just going to scrape back and forth, and it's okay if it moves around on you. And the nice thing is if you miss a spot, you can come back. And this one is hologram galaxy. It's like an iridescent silvery look to it. Now we'll try some colored flakes. This is blue gold colored flakes, and these are very flyaway. And just sprinkle them on top, and you can use your finger to pat them down. You want to have something underneath to catch whatever doesn't get stuck onto this. And then take a brush, and you can brush away the extra. You can come back with a little bit of tape to get it off if you can't quite get it all off of there. But isn't that pretty? And the metal leaf would work the same way as the flakes. You can use either the metal leaf that's in the container, like this one has 3 different colors mixed in it, or you could use the sheets of metal leaf, and this one is really pretty because it has lots of colors mixed in it, almost like a pattern. We'll take a piece right here. And pretty much just like the color flakes, you just want to press it on to it. You can see that pattern right in the flakes. We have art mica and metal pigment. You want to just take a tiny little bit. You can use a brush, doesn't take much at all, and sprinkle it on. And just brush away the excess. And another beautiful finish on that. And these are 3D. I don't know if you can tell on the screen. And here, let's try this red art mica. You can see how little I'm using of both the glue and the pigments. You don't need much at all. And just brush it away. That would be really pretty, mixing a few colors together. There you go. Gorgeous. To show you how the 3D glue pen works, you can just take off the lid, and I like to start it on something first just to make sure it's right at the tip and it's going to come out well. And you can just draw designs. You can write words. You could outline. You could see how it can come out thick. You could do just dots. If you're doing Harlequin and you want to do dots in between the diamonds, or as I said, you can stamp something and then you can outline it. And give it about an hour. This is kind of thick, so you might want to give it longer. And as you saw, it will dry clear, and then you know it's ready. This works best when you pull away from your design rather than towards you. That's why I keep turning it. And here we have a little flower. I can just outline, put dots in the center. And everywhere this touches will then be sticky. I'm going to let this dry and come back and show you how I decorate it. This took a couple hours to dry because I had it on so thick. And now I'm going to use the silver leaf on all the parts of it. So this, you just have to put it on, press it down into it, and then just pull off the extra. And you can take a stiff brush and brush away the extra. And there you go. Here's a good tip for you if you don't already know it. These lint brushes pick up all the little pieces of metal flakes off of your work area very easily. Here I took a canvas board and decoupaged a piece of Paper Designs rice paper. I blended in the edges, and now I'm going to take a stencil and use the 3D glue through the stencil to make a design. Then I'm going to use one of these self-adhesive butterfly stencil. You want to be very careful when applying this because you don't want to go outside of the stencil. If you do, just have to clean it up quickly. And I'll let this dry for at least an hour, and then I'll apply the copper decor foils. Okay, for this I'm going to use the decor foils in metal bronze, which is like it's more like a copper color. So I'm just going to place it on here, press it down, and then use my little scraper here and press it in real well. Don't be afraid to push down on it. You can push pretty hard. And then I'll come over here and do the other side. And I'll do the leaf and the butterflies in the same. Very pretty effect, and it's 3D, and once you apply your foil or the flakes, it's not sticky anymore. It's really pretty. I love that. And I just finished up the egg. I used the silver metal leaf. So that is the 3D glue pen and the 3D glue paste. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this and give this a try. It's a really fun product to use.